If I ever go missing, y'all got me.
I'm gonna delete the evidence. I'm sorry.
On the laptop, she has all my shit. She can just delete this shit quick. All right, fellas. All right. We're back. Media Marauders in effect once again. We know we've been missed once again, and we're back once again with content. Like we did last episode, we want to try to keep going with this once a week, kind of update the world, ourselves, amongst us, all that. So we kind of got into a little bit last week with the Ronin from Ninja Turtles. I still really am looking forward to that. And Fast and the Furious. And then other things as well that we were able to speak on. But today, we're going to switch it up. We're going to do the same thing, but we're going to go ahead and start off with James. What you got for us, Playboy?
Well, today, we're going to do multiple topics like we did last week. And runner-up, or the first person up, I'm going to switch the list up, Thomas, Mr. Random. Let's go.
All right.
Well, actually, I saw this coming, too.
That's what I wanted right there. Catch on, bro.
No, the worst thing is I saw it coming.
Just playing myself over here.
But no, it's I'm rocking with, I'm going to talk about my first impression on that Ghost of Tsushima. Right. That game, it's fun. It's addictive. It's one of those situations where you look up and then like hours have went by of killing random Mongols.
I love that shit, man.
What?
I love that shit. No, I mean, I love not the killing portion of it all. I'm saying.
Are you sure?
Right. Well, we got to get our aggression out. But my bad, Thomas. I meant the type of game where you could just lose hours within. That's the type of shit I love. My bad. Continue.
Yeah, so like I've been playing for a good minute. I won't say I'm a third done with it. I'm pretty much cleaning up the last to do with the first section. Like I'm grabbing some of the trophies that are like only 2% of the people have already. So I'm just kind of I can see that platinum coming.
How many hours is that?
I don't really know. I want to say I put in. When I've heard to get a platinum, it's like 40 hours.
That's what I heard too.
So I'm like, that's less time it took me to finish Final Fantasy VII 100%. So this is easy. So
Gotcha. I was
real
wondering about
nerd.
that.
Okay, I got you.
You got a favorite between the two so far? Since they very elite titles.
No, it's a.
One.
Like
yes.
I've played way too many open world games this year. It's and I have more to play coming up when I think about it because we have Cyberpunk, Watch Dogs, and Assassin's Creed coming up.
You don't buy that? Assassin's Creed?
I have all three of them reserved already.
Oh wow!
Jesus,
I'm gonna have Cyberpunk, but I don't know about Valhalla because just looks like a bike. I know, never mind. I won't.
I like Vikings. I love Vikings, especially the violence that they commit.
But all right, so wait.
the
studio that's doing Ghost of Tsushima is Sucker Punch, right?
Yes.
The same people that did
Infamous.
Yep.
Infamous
that game was amazing.
Which Sucker Punch? You talking about the movie with all the ladies in the insane asylum? That movie?
Talking about the studio. Wait,
I'm talking about the movie. He said Sucker Punch. I thought he meant the movie.
No. I'm talking about Infamous, electrical, having mutant. Well, I guess you could kind of compare them to like X-Men, how they just they get their powers and all that.
It was a good superhero.
Yeah.
The last one they released on PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
I think that one didn't do too well because it was one of the first new system games.
I never understood the hate for that game. I thoroughly enjoyed that game.
People just like the main character from 1 and 2 a lot more.
Cole.
Yeah.
Cole, I like the main character, but I didn't play the one for 4.
Yeah, so when you take the main character out, you're gonna split the fan base. But
was that kind of like Devil May Cry? Is that kind of like what Devil May Cry did?
No, yeah. And Devil May Cry 4.
Oh, you talking about the remake?
No, 4. Yep. They took out Dante. No. There's no Devil May Cry game without Dante in it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. See, I thought you had to play as other characters based off the way you guys are talking about it and so much trash that was talked about the game.
No. I never played Infamous Last Light, or is it the DLC game?
Yeah, that's the DLC.
Well, it's 3 with the other guy. Yeah, I don't think Cole's in it. Period.
No, it's a completely different story, completely different location, everything.
Yeah, so that kind of
just same world.
Some issues.
But what about so what about to Ghost of Tsushima? What is it that's captivating you? The main thing.
Right. Art style, the visuals to that game. Like I usually am not one of the people who's too like look at the visuals. I've taken way too many screenshots while playing this game.
Yeah.
I've seen some of them.
Yeah, like that. It if you like, I love Samurai game on PlayStation 4 for a good minute, and it's hitting it. And then there's the ninja parts, but ninjas may or may not have existed, but that whole situation of how the battles play out, because I'm pretty much learning the different sword styles that you can learn, which I unlocked pretty much all the sword styles at this point. Just going through like liberating the island and all that stuff. The story missions. The story missions are
what?
The story missions, like that story, boy.
Is it that good? How come you're not streaming anymore? What's your streaming name anyway?
Stream under Artfully Random on YouTube. The thing is, it's not a good game to stream.
Okay.
There's a lot of times I'm in the menu, so I'm like, I feel like that would just be me looking at like, yo, don't want to wear this armor, don't want to wear that armor.
Oh, okay.
Like,
too, huh? I understand that. That.
You're very device. Like you want to make sure everything's within. You're not catering to anyone. You're catering to yourself mainly. So you play within your pace. And yeah, I can understand that streaming being but you understand people like watching that too.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. It's like when you're playing that game, you sometimes will look at like if you're riding around. Like when I'm riding around the island, I have the traveler tire on because it gives me special perks that unlocks more like the fog of war.
I like that. All right.
So, but then when I get into when I'm in like a Mongol camp, then I'm putting on my samurai armor because now I can get more resolve when I get hit, which you can use that to heal yourself, or I use it to do my special moves like cutting people's hands off and stuff like that.
That's dope.
You want to just chop off limbs on a regular basis? All right, say this.
Right.
And that's it. You have to do those things at times, and then the AI also is on point in that game because like when you're in a fight, like in real life, say like all of us are in a fight, and we see like James getting like beat up by some dude with a sword, we going to jump him.
Yeah.
That's how the AI is like, no. We're not gonna let you just run up and beat this one character while we sit here and do nothing.
We're gonna all come at you.
Yeah, but there's also the situation like when I sometimes cut someone's hand off or something like that. When the AIs will look, I ain't about this life, and run off, drop his weapon, and bounce.
That's sweet.
So morale
about that life.
Okay.
Yeah, but he still get killed because I have bow and arrows, but can't just be running.
So you just sniping motherfuckers in the back. I got you.
Hey, it is what it is. There's no honor in running.
I think.
What's the gore value on there? What's the gore value? Because I could have sworn I seen one of the stills, and I was like, "Yo, look at the blood spatter." But I don't know if that was just like one of the shots you took, and it's not that much. It's only certain scenes.
The blood splatters are just like watching an old samurai movie, like a Kurosawa movie. Like it's like when you see that blood come out, it always seems to land on your character. Like the bloodier, like the longer the fight goes, the more blood you guys.
Visceral goods.
And then
that makes sense.
When you sheath your sword and you see him like whip it out, and you see the blood hit the ground, and he cleans off the sword and put it back in the sheath.
That's a nice detail. That's
one thing I noticed with the gameplay, like with the gameplay that they introduced before they released the game, like they really paid attention. There's a lot of attention to detail with just like you said, blood smears. The wind is one thing, like the particles that they have going in the backgrounds. That shit looks mesmerizing. Like you could kind of add and take away some of those particles too. You could choose that as well. Like they did a lot for from what I saw. They did a lot for players to make your own samurai film. Like you could just go your pace with it. I heard one thing. I don't know what's one negative thing you could say about it right now though.
One thing that got me was they said you could play the whole game in black and white. I believe that is false. Because there was one mission I had to do, and they're like, well, I got to go find purple flowers. If I'm playing this game in black and white,
wow,
how am I going to find purple flowers?
Yeah, they highlighted or something? They whiter than everything? Were they darker than everything?
Like, you have to be able to tell the different hues by looking at the like, I'm not that gray. That's a purple gray.
That's
So
a gray.
they dropped the ball on that one. Then they kind of dropped the ball on that one.
But like,
That's when you playing it that style. It kind of like you only can do it for so long because the visuals are so great. I feel like it's taken away from the game. That's what I feel.
That's the thing. Like, if I wanted to, like, if I decided to play through this game a second time and just like, if they had a new game plus and I could just main path the game, I'd probably do it in black and white the whole time.
But you know where everything is, right?
Yeah. Well, that, and I don't have to worry about like, because all the stuff like, you know, finding the, like, when I had to find the purple flowers, I was looking for a secret bow I never needed to get. Like, you didn't have to get the longbow. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I want this longbow, and so I'm gonna go do this mission. Like, you fight some random people who have nothing to do with the story, like, and that's the stuff that I feel like
catered to.
Played in black and white, you would have an issue dealing with.
Yeah.
It's like, and that's like a lot of the like the platforming in the game is pretty good. Actually, it's really good. Like when you have to climb a mountain, try to find a shrine, and you're having to look around like, well, do I need to run and jump and grab on this branch, swing from that branch and jump on a cliff and climb up? Or do I need to go down, work my way around, climb up another side of the hill or something like that? That's when that platforming is superb. It's pretty superb. Okay. But then I've also found out sometimes there's two ways to get somewhere. Like, I spent like a good 30 minutes going through a long path when I find out all I really need to do is go down, take the beach, walk around the side and climb up. And it'd been a lot easier.
There's different ways. There's not. It doesn't seem. Does it come off linear throughout the game, other than, you know, finding shrines? And I saw something with a fox as well. But
the foxes dens. No. Well,
no, not really.
What do you mean by linear? Is the question.
Do they give you a chance to kind of freely roam and do your own thing?
Oh yeah. Once you get past the first, you can pick which missions you do. Like right now, I have a set of 3 main story missions to do, and 5 towns to liberate, and I want to say like 12 side missions to do.
Nice.
Oh, wow, okay. A lot.
Yeah, I've been on the fence about this game, but damn, yeah, Chris, Thomas, yeah, shit, you're kind of selling it to me, man.
Yeah, definitely selling it.
It's a fun game. Like, if you don't want to buy it now, it's one of those games people should at least buy when it goes on sale or something. That game is, to me, it's worth full price. Like, the visuals alone, like, this game is just marvelous and spectacular.
You can't step away from the visuals, boy. You love that.
So I think visuals are using my, like, I'll play some, you know, if the gameplay is good, but the visuals alone in this game makes you feel like you're watching a movie. So
the last question about the game before we move to a different person is, do you like it better than Red Dead Redemption?
Ooh, that's not fair. He hasn't finished it. All right, shut up.
No, I will answer that. So far, yes. And minor spoiler wise, the reason, because Red Dead Redemption is a very depressing game. Like, if you finish that game and you're okay at the end of it,
you're a good guy. Got it. Scratch that on my list.
Toxicity levels high.
So you actually felt something for a game. Okay, Thomas, my bad.
Oh, I was talking about some spoilers on some Red Dead on that. That storytelling is those games are both storytelling wise on point. Just Red Dead Redemption was like 200 hours of a great story that you start getting beat down by the end of it.
200 hours.
Jesus. Ooh. So we'll take it that you still consider Red Dead Redemption above. All right, we got you.
They're around the same. We'll see how Tsushima sticks the landing.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to see, like, you know, where you got so far, because I only played Red Dead Redemption so far into the game too, and based off what I've seen what you're playing and everything you said about, I was like, I feel like you can make some type of comparison.
Okay.
But the next person up is Bruno. Let's go.
All right. So, for my aspect of things, you know, I watch a lot of movies, I watch different shows. So recently, I actually just got done watching The Boys on Amazon. Now, it's been out for a while. There's going to be a season 2 in September, if I'm not mistaken. So, to put it simply, I like a lot of movies with superheroes or superpowers, and I'm more attuned with the villains or in tune with villains than I am with heroes. if you haven't noticed by now. So watching the show, I thought it was going to be about heroes, which technically it is about heroes, but it's about fucked up heroes though.
Yes.
So
very much so.
So from beginning, I gave it a clear shot. I actually gave it a shot because of Carl Urban, who I think is a very underrated actor to a certain point and extent, because of the fact that he actually is a very good actor, but people haven't given him his props for the movies that he's done, such as Judge Dredd. He was in Thor as the bald-headed god.
Okay, I was just about to ask which one you talking, who you're talking about.
He's a sidekick to Hela, technically, whatever.
Yeah.
I can't think of the. I think he's
Star Trek.
Yeah, Star Trek. He's been in Star Trek as well.
I forgot about that.
But to stay on subject though with The Boys, I watched it because he was in it as a main character. The other main character is actually Dennis Quaid. I'm sorry, Jack Quaid, probably.
There you go. Yeah, I'm about to say.
But Jack Quaid. And like I said, I watched it because of the fact that it was a superhero movie. But as I said earlier, they're fucked up heroes, which kind of makes it a better show. So in essence, the show has the heroes that are doing heroic things. What you don't know is that they have a company that backs them up called VOT. So the company VOT is more of a public relations business more than anything else. They're just trying to somehow get heroes to be liked in a good way, but the heroes actually act just like normal people with big ass egos.
That's exactly how I feel about it. That's exactly how I feel about it.
Of course, if I go down the line of heroes, you have Mr. Homelander, who we know is akin to Superman, which he's got a Superman ego too. I pretty much compare him as a Superman with the big ass ego. And then you have, what's her name? Look here, Queen Maeve, Wonder Woman, pretty much in clad. What you got here? I thought it was funny because they got A-Train. And I feel like they just they made A-Train as like a ghetto Quicksilver.
I can see it.
A-Train is
here. A fucking coward too. I couldn't stand that dude, man.
Yo, man.
They made him really like they just made him really hateable. Like him and Homelander were like, oh god.
Yeah, they really made him detestable just because of the fact I feel like they used him as a scapegoat to so many different nuances. So they made him a scapegoat for the issues of the show in the side kind of way. But I really couldn't believe it as him being the scapegoat though through the whole thing.
Yeah, they used his
Quicksilver or
They
Flash.
surely did. They could have picked a different character, but I'll leave that alone.
What'd you say?
They could have picked a different character, but I'll leave that alone.
Yeah, that's how it kind of went in the comic book too. But
okay, gotcha.
The comic book is 10 times graphic and just fucked up. Just real quick.
Have you seen a preview for the second season? That looks like it's like an explosion of I mean, it's crazy.
But anyway,
I'm gonna go deep.
I mean,
but I think just the fact that we all know that there's always comparisons of different heroes in different I guess shows, kind of like we all know Homelander and Superman. And I thought the funnier one was that they had Black Noir, which I thought was just Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he never talks. He never talks.
I thought funniest scene to me was when he sat next to the guy
dick too, though.
And he's looking at the guy like, "You gonna move this or what?"
Yeah, he's a dick too.
He starts playing piano, and I'm like, "Oh, he's so soft," but he's so soft. But the guy that really surprised me the most, though, was actually not even a bad way, was the Deep, because he was an asshole too. But he was an asshole in a way like he knew he was number two. I don't even think he was number two, to be honest with you.
No.
I think Maeve was number two in the aspect of being in that league. But
popularity.
Yeah, popularity of things. But VOT, to go back to the subject, VOT is pretty much the PR company of the heroes. And the heroes have the 7, which are the bigger branded heroes of the world, pretty much. And so they get a new person. What is her name? I can't see. That's how much I didn't even pay attention to her name because.
What's her name?
The girl of light, right?
Starlight. So you get a new character named Starlight, a new member named Starlight, and her ability so far that I've seen is that she's superhuman and can blind you to death, pretty much, like a solar flare almost, akin to Goku, if I were to say that. But she's not a father, nor is she, something like that.
Krillin would have been a better example.
But she's who was it? You said Krillin?
Krillin. Krillin's the best out of all characters in Dragon Ball Z.
Fair enough. But she becomes a new member, and you see how fucked up things are from the introduction with the Deep. Edit that out. Edit that out.
Yo, all right, my bad. Keep going.
The Deep is he's a horrible character, but you see how messed up the heroes are from the introduction of the Deep to
each other
to commemorate Starlight's allegiance with the Seven, which is pretty crazy.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
The comic book is worse, y'all.
That show actually shows if humans had powers, what they would actually act like, and like this is exactly what humans would act like. By far.
I think it's more of a. I thought it was more of a. It's kind of like when people have money. The more money you have, the more you know you're an asshole or not, depending on what you do.
The power. I think.
So, with the power of having powers, it's like you can tell Starlight wanted to do the right thing, but they were pressuring her not to do the right thing. So she wanted to save the world, but of course they want to act like they were saving the world in aspects of that. But Homelander, I think Homelander, my personal opinion, was actually the shining star of that show, let alone Carl Urban as Mr. Butcher, because of the fact that he knew he wasn't a real hero, but he wanted to become he wanted to be more of what he was, but he was doing it in the wrong way. And he knew he was better than everybody else too, but he wants everyone to know he's better by saving the world in a different type of way too. But even his storyline is messed up too, with the fact that when I found out what happened between his connection between him and Mr. Butcher, that's the part that got me right there.
Spoilers. There's a lot of spoilers, but
yeah, I'm not.
It gets real fucked up.
It gets real in the show, and if you're like I said, if you like superhero movies or superhero shows with a very distinct aspect of what a hero's ego is like, knowing that
the idea,
I recommend it to you.
Yeah, what I got just the idea of a superhero and then flipping on his head and shows the nihilism behind superheroism. Like just it's not cookie cutter. It's very raw, gritty, and these people are grimy as fuck. Don't trust them. You should never trust them. That's how I always took it from it. Yeah.
Right. And so, like I said, that's what I've watched recently. I thought it was a pretty good show. So can't wait for season 2 to come out to see how they connect everything on the back end of it.
September.
Side note, that show got picked up for season 3 already.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like it should, just based off the preview. Has any of y'all seen a preview for season 2?
Not yet.
No.
I've been holding off on it.
The season 2 sold itself based off the preview. I hope they didn't show everything, but man.
I think even now, as we've seen, we're starting to see where comic book movies are getting better adaptions now.
Mm-hmm.
The live stream, not just from Marvel's, not just from the MC universe, but also from DC universe. And now you have others like we talked about earlier in the last show we had for Old Guard. That was a comic book I didn't know about neither. Mm-hmm. And so now you have The Boys. So I just found out now it was a comic book. I didn't even know that, to be honest. But Amazon picked up a good show with that one though for The Boys.
They did.
They still
competing with that Netflix.
Huh?
They compete with Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I mean that's a couple other shows I've seen. We'll talk about next time.
Netflix is. I don't know if I realized this, but we talked about this earlier. But they got The Last Dance on there for Netflix. I think it's interesting because it was on ESPN, but it's a documentary. At the same time, Netflix is branching itself out, not just from regular documentaries, from other channel other channel documentaries, should I say? So you can see that they want to get their money in where they can.
Yeah, because Netflix had that 40 for 40. I think they still have 40 for 40 on there as well.
I know they partially. When I was watching The Last Dance yesterday, they partially produced it.
Yeah. They did?
ESPN, they're in the credits with ESPN.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. That's dope. All right, then. Thank you there, Mr. King.
Yes, thank you. So the next person is me. All right. So this time, I've had a hold this game to in my heart and my soul. I cherish it. My favorite series ever, God of War. So I finally started playing it, and admittedly,
the most recent game, and admittedly is completely different than I was suspecting. Completely. Mm-hmm. It definitely has open world aspect, RPG style. I'm so used to hack and slash. Now I have a son that I'm carrying around, trying to teach him the way.
And you see him. We talked about father figures on here. We see him battle like, what should he do? Should he not do? Is he too harsh? Should he be more stern because the world is so grim based off his history, but his son doesn't know his history at all.
Yep.
And so the game is open world, and you just finding your way through it, trying to figure out what you need to do, learning different art styles, and you utilize the sun in battle. And utilizing the sun in battle is big because enemies will come at you and they will destroy you unless you distract them. And then, as in Ghost of Tsushima, where people don't let, you can't just gang up on somebody, or you can't just destroy somebody. The other guys will run up on you and hit you from the back. And if you don't try to roll out the way, dodge, or knock them back, they will kill you. They will stab you in the back or hit you with no remorse and take you out.
Very unforgiving game.
Yes, very unforgiving. And especially you have to use all the controls, and there's so many different combinations, and being able to select the different styles of how you want to fight based off your point system and everything like that. And the perks of each different item that you pick up is honestly kind of great. I'm trying not to miss anything. And I'm getting more into the open world part. It definitely has a lot of mythological lore into it, and it even has a witch in the game, which I wasn't expecting a witch.
Oh my God.
So, and I just started, and I'm just like, what in the world is happening? Then I went to, they have different realms. That's the last. Nice job, Chris. They have different realms, and it's just so great. I don't know what to expect next, honestly. And you have to learn how to fight with the battle system, or you will lose. You cannot go in there with a hack and slash. I'd advise everybody to pick up this game. I'm still learning to love it, I admit, but as I get deeper into it, it's drawing me in, and I want more and more. But it definitely shows no remorse when it comes to battle.
So I know you and I, we've spoken, I'm pretty sure you guys as well, but we've been really big mythology fans. So the Norse mythology, going completely transversing from the Greek to Norse, is that a little drawing for you, or is that just more of a welcome for you?
It's more of a welcome for me because, they dove so deep into the Greek mythology that it's nice to see that they're doing something different, especially when they just went to open world style. It just adds to it. It's they just want to go ahead and have a whole new vibe or setting for the game. And that wants to draw you into it more, because I feel like if they would have did another game with Greek mythology, they would have just, how would I say it? Just repeated itself, and people would have not liked it. That's how I feel.
Did he kill all the Greek gods too?
I don't know. I think he killed
Zeus. I don't think he killed Zeus. I think he hurt him pretty badly, but I can't remember.
He killed all the gods.
He killed Zeus. He killed all of them.
He killed all the gods.
I remember him stabbing him with the sword. With the sword, but I can't remember what happened to him after that. I just can't remember.
He killed all,
bro. He killed Athena. He killed his sisters. He killed Hercules.
I remember him killing them. I remember that.
He killed the Titans.
He killed all the Titans. I don't think he killed all the Titans.
He killed all the Titans.
He killed all the Titans.
Got rid of all of them. He was the last god, and then he killed himself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Right.
Because at the end of the game,
he was trying to find his way.
Right.
At the end of the game, he was trying to find his way. That was it. Yeah. It was kind of.
See that man over his shoulder? Nah, bro. That's a badass.
He's a monster, man. I even have him on a shirt. Man. I love that guy. So yeah, this game is new. Seeing him in a different light, trying to be quote unquote human. It's unexpected.
Yeah, the dynamic between him and his son is what really drove me more and wanted to see more as a character development in Kratos, because growing up from seeing the first God of War to the third, you see this angry man that wants to just destroy everything, doesn't give a fuck about anyone, and now he's catering around a child, which is his son. And it's kind of crazy to kind of see that perspective and that scope of that one character changing completely into a father. So
definitely is.
Mm-hmm.
He's a better father than Goku, for sure.
All right. So thank you there, James. Appreciate that one.
I will say, though, we also probably should say, rest in peace to Shad Gatstar. That was his motion cap actor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. From WWE.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
How many? When was that announced? When did that happen?
Was it 2 months ago? Was it?
That was this year. I feel
I
like
thought it was this year because I want to say like 2 months ago.
Happened this year. A lot happened this year. So
was that
last year?
It was last year?
No, it felt like it, but no, it was in May.
Okay. I feel like it was like a month.
Was it May? Man, I felt like it was longer ago than that. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, are you allowed to? Am I allowed to come in now? Can I jump in?
Hold on.
Done.
The next person is.
Wait, I will say probably though.
Let's do another one.
Yeah, after these messages,
After these messages? Yeah, we'll go. We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll pop right back in. I hate you so much. All right. So thank you again, James. God of War. Like I said, I really enjoyed that game as well. So thanks for bringing that one up. I've been having flash from the past from that game as well. So I hope you enjoy it. It's gonna be. You probably have a little bit more to go, but
yeah, I definitely feel like I'm in the beginning. So
yeah,
but you are hair on your chest.
All right. So now it's my turn. I know y'all been all waiting for this one. I was searching, and one topic.
I was trying to figure it out too.
one particular topic that came to mind, or I saw that fly through my screen was Keanu Reeves. I'm bringing up Keanu Reeves.
Whoa! When you say Keanu Reeves, you mean Jesus, right? You mean
Jesus?
Okay.
Jesus.
Want to make sure.
I'm talking about AKA Mr. John Wick, AKA Neo the One, AKA whatever his name was in Speed 1 and 2. All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got his most valuable role, Bill and Ted, man. Yeah.
I was speaking on the iconic actor and philanthropist as well. He's been doing a lot of things during this whole COVID thing as well. Keanu Reeves. He's currently in the works, or there's going to be he's part of a comic book that's coming out this October. I want to say October 7th this year. It's called Berserker. Him and two other individuals that are comic writers and drawers. I gotta look at my phone. I apologize. Matt Kent is the writer and the drawer, and Alessandro Viti is also a writer and drawer for this particular issue. It's going to be 12 issues, limited edition type of thing. So it's only gonna last maybe about, I think what they send out issues every month. So about a year, possibly they're gonna have it for. So this comic book is about a demigod. We transition straight from God of War to Berserker, and where it's modernized. So you have this demigod, which has a striking resemblance to Keanu Reeves. Imagine that. And he's recruited by the United States, to fight their battles that are highly dangerous, that no normal humans should be going into. And it kind of has a Conan Barbarian kind of look to it. I've seen some of the comic strips for that, and the art style for it looks really it looks like it's gonna be really graphic. So I hope that's one thing. I brought this up because I love Keanu Reeves, and he's been getting a lot of more notoriety lately, especially with the movies that he's been doing. And Bill and Ted is about to have another a movie coming out soon. I'm gonna check that out. But and we're giant nerds with comic books, so I figured it would be a nice little segue into what he's getting into in this comic book. And it seems interesting. I don't really read comic books that are like this, but the demigod variety of it, the inclusion of demigods and all that, I kind of want to get into that. And one thing, the reason why they're calling it Berserker is, I'm assuming, from what I read, he loses himself in battle, and his point of doing this is to die in battle. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm probably gonna do some more research on that, but
like Norse mythology,
to a sense, like Valhalla, going into Valhalla by dying on the battlefield. And I guess his way of living, or because he's been living for so long, he's trying to find that reason to that death, that monumental death. And I guess he loses himself as well while he fights. So hence Berserker. And yeah, that's all really. Like I said, I saw the art style for it. If you guys take the time to look into it as well, it's very nice detail. We have some artists in here, so I think you, Mr. Thomas, you might appreciate the art style as well. And yeah, Berserker, check it out.
Kind of gives me a feel of Troy almost. Like he wants a good battle. He wants to find a good battle, die on a battlefield.
Achilles, yeah.
Yeah, kind of reminds me of that almost.
Troy was a great movie, by the way.
I still haven't seen the whole thing. I've only watched the battle with Brad Pitt in it. Yeah, that's the only part when he fights that big dude.
That part's epic though.
Yeah,
so, okay.
I watched that.
That's like the first 5 minutes though. What?
I mean,
trash.
It looked great. You know those little clips. You just be swiping in your phone. You're like, oh, that looks interesting. Brad Pitt find a giant motherfucker, stab him in his neck. I'm like, damn.
Thinks Goku's a good dad. Like,
first of all, I was never on Team Goku. Don't do that.
Are you sure? Just kidding.
I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to watch the video again just in case. Don't quote me on that. But no, yeah, Berserker, October 7th. I want to check that one out. Keanu Reeves. Is anything with Keanu Reeves? I support Keanu Reeves. Cyberpunk 27. What's it called? 21. What's Cyberpunk?
2077.
27. Yeah, that looks like another amazing game that he's 100% a part of. So Keanu Reeves for president. Let's go. Kanye can do it. Keanu can do it too.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about what this guy was telling me about how he wants to support Kanye now. That's a whole different.
Wait, what? Oh God, no. But no, I wanted to grace y'all with that kind of information. Maybe you guys want to look into it as well, and the viewers, of course, as well. Please look into it. So
this is only 12 issues too.
12 issues. So I'm assuming it's only going to be a year long that they're going to be doing it. So
you think they're going to make a movie out of it as well?
Man, if it gets popular enough, I wouldn't mind. Like I said, anything with Keanu in it, like I want to check it out. I've always been a fan of his. So
I gotta see that the newest movies when him shooting people.
You haven't seen John Wick 3 yet?
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the John Wicks.
Bro,
oh my goodness,
you're doing yourself a disservice, my friend.
Me and movies.
Wow.
Don't really happen often.
I'm telling you, like just take a day just to watch the first John Wick.
It's worth it.
Personally, I like the first one more than I did. Well,
Chris, you're pushing it today.
Let me move back. I think the second one was better than the first one, but the first one did a great presentation of what John Wick is about.
How do you put 200 hours into Red Redemption, but not 60 minutes into John Wick?
I put 200 hours in Red Dead Redemption.
I mean, hey.
Honestly, that movie is so great. Like the movie series, they did a great job.
I need to sit down and see it. I wanted to see it in theaters and I missed it.
Yeah.
And then that was it for me. It was just like,
that's your boy Fishburne in it, bro.
It sure does.
Fishburne.
2 and 3.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Yep. He's in it?
Man, Keanu Reeves.
He's in 1, 2, and 3. No, he's in 2 and 3.
You like samurai, right? Keanu Reeves uses that gun like it's a sword.
Yeah, gun fu type shit.
Gun kata,
my bad.
And that's the thing. That's one reason I kind of want to watch it, because now with Watchdog Legion coming in, there are going to be characters, like special hitman characters, will have gun kata as their special ability. So they'll be moving like that. So I would like to have a point of reference for it. Might enjoy it a little more.
I would heavily suggest you watching those films. They're really good.
If you watch the first one, you're going to want to see the second one. Then you're going to want to see the third one. It's just going to happen just like that.
The choreography in those fights are amazing, man.
Is it on Netflix or am I going to have to rent it?
You're going to have to rent it.
You got to rent it. Or you could do it,
It's now Amazon.
I have no idea.
Okay, got it.
All right, though, we're gonna wrap it up because we will keep going.
Wait, we got one more thing. Surprise!
Oh, that's right.
All right.
Yeah, that's right.
We have the lovely pick one. All right, so we have comedians here / TV show movie stars. So you have to choose between Will Smith, Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy, or Martin Lawrence. One of those has to go.
You ain't shit for
them. Has to go?
Give me the choices. Give me the choices again. Give me the choices again.
Will Smith, Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence.
Actually, Dave Chappelle. I'll give it to Dave Chappelle.
What is wrong with you?
Dave Chappelle.
All right, this is not about this. We're not doing that. All right, my bad. My bad, Thomas.
Okay, so Thomas chooses Dave Chappelle. Okay.
I can't believe it.
That's one for Dave Chappelle. All right.
All right, Will Smith. You said Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, Dave Chappelle,
and Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
Wow.
One for Eddie Murphy.
Wow.
What?
Eddie Murphy.
All right. Y'all are crazy, dog. Will Smith.
Hey, we're not
gotta go.
talking about the reasons why. Y'all just give it.
Will Smith's got to go.
Oh,
Will
you
I
ain't
can
Smith.
understand that.
Oh,
I can understand that.
Will
I can
Smith gotta
understand
go.
that.
Oh, even after his entanglement. Oh, okay.
Will Smith's got to go, man.
Hey,
Oh.
I'm always pick the ones that go into entanglements, man. Will Smith deserves to live.
Will Smith's got to go, Don.
What you got for us, James?
I have Eddie Murphy.
So, all right, Eddie Murphy.
I'm
Get
going
the
Will Smith.
fuck outta
I'm
here.
siding with Will Smith.
Wow.
I'm siding with Will Smith off GP.
Wow.
Keeping his
Y'all
easy.
just heartless. That's what y'all are.
What? Will Smith?
No.
No. Will Smith has not.
Anyways,
no.
everyone, thank you once
He's
again
even
for
making
coming back.
memes out of it. He's making gifts out of it, yo. He's genius.
Everyone, thank you for coming
Genius.
back for Media Marauders. This is always a pleasure. Our little topics that we wanted to bring up
I
once
said
again.
Eddie Murphy? How do you say Eddie Murphy?
Eddie Murphy, goodbye, baby boy.
movie?
But anyway,
Boomerang?
thanks again to the viewers. Thanks again for the subscribers. Please remember, click like and subscribe. Hit that notification on the bell to the right or the left or wherever it is. Thank you again, and everyone else, Eddie Murphy, good night. All right, fellas, y'all have a good one. All the audience, subscribers, everything, thank you. Everyone, thank you once again. Y'all have a good night. Bye. Stop that record.
Yes.